إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد. أرحب بكم جميعا أيها الأحبة. It's always a pleasure to welcome all of you. We continue بإذن الله Tafsir جزء Amma of our noble Shaykh al-Allama Muhammad ibn Salih ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah ta'ala. Tafsir Surah al-Infitar. هذه السورة سورة الانفطار. This is the surah that's called the cleaving, chapter number 82 in the Mus'haf. قال الله تعالى بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا السماء انفطرت, when the heaven is cleft asunder. قال الشيخ العثيمين يعني انشقت. إذا السماء انفطرت يعني انشقت, كما قال الله تبارك وتعالى في سورة الانشقاق إذا السماء انشقت وأذنت لربها وحقت. This means here that when the heaven is split asunder, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the beginning of Surah al-Inshiqaq, when the heaven is split asunder and listens to and obeys its Lord. As you know, the heavens and all the, like the sun, the moon, they always obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَإِذَا الْكَوَاكِبُ انْتَثَرَتْ, in the second ayah, وَإِذَا الْكَوَاكِبُ انْتَثَرَتْ, and when the stars have fallen and scattered. And when the stars have fallen and scattered. يعني النجوم صغيرها وكبيرها تنتثر وتتفرق وتتساقط لأن العالم انتهى. The Shaykh said, meaning this includes all the stars, small of them and the big of them, all of them, whether they are smallest one or the biggest one, they're all gonna fall and scatter. He says because this world will come to an end. This is from the things that from the events that take place in the Day of Judgment. Okay. وَإِذَا الْبِحَارُ فُجِّرَتْ, وَإِذَا الْبِحَارُ فُجِّرَتْ, and when the seas are burst forth. قال الشيخ العثيمين أي فُجِّر بعضها على بعض وملأت الأرض, meaning they will burst so much so that they will mix together and fill the earth with water. وَإِذَا الْقُبُورُ بُعْثِرَتْ, and when the graves are turned upside down. And when the graves are turned upside down. أي أخرج ما فيها من الأموات حتى قاموا لله عز وجل. He said, meaning that everything that was in the graves will come out. All the dead that they were buried in the graves, they will come in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قال فهذه الأمور الأربعة إذا حصلت قال الله تعالى علمت نفس ما قدمت وأخرت. So these four things that Allah mentioned, when the heaven إذا السماء انفطرت, when the heaven is cleft asunder, وإذا الكواكب انتثرت, and when the stars have fallen and scattered, وإذا البحار فجرت, and when the seas are burst forth, وإذا القبور بعثرت, and when the graves are turned upside down. This was gonna happen now. When these events of the Day of Judgment take place, then a person will know what he or she has sent forward and left behind. قال الشيخ نفس هنا نكرة لكنها بمعنى العموم إذ أن المعنى علمت كل نفس ما قدمت وأخرت. He said here every soul, okay, he came in indefinite form meaning every person, not just certain people, but every single soul, they will get to know what they have done in this life. وَذَلِكَ بِمَا يُعْرَضُ عَلَيْهَا مِنَ الْكِتَابِ. And that is because every person shall see his record of deeds opened in front of them. Open in front of them. Now, so everybody will know. Even sometimes somebody may forget what they've done in this life, because we're human, we do forget, but we shall see everything on Yawm al-Qiyamah, everything that we've done in this life. That's why we have to pay attention today. فكل إنسان ألزمه الله طائره في عنقه ويخرج له يوم القيامة كتابا يلقاه منشورا ويقال له اقرأ كتابك كفى بنفسك اليوم عليك حسيبا. As Allah tells us in the Quran, on that day, the day of the judgment, every person have his book of record attached to his neck, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring forth for each person a book, meaning the books of his deeds that each and every one of us we used to do in this life. Every one of us will see the book of his record open for you, waiting for you. اقرأ كتابك كفى بنفسك اليوم عليك حسيبا. And it will be said to every person, read your book. Your actions are now this. You are a reckoner over yourself today. وفي ذلك اليوم يقول المجرمون ما لهذا الكتاب لا يغادر صغيرة ولا كبيرة إلا أحصاها. On that day, the criminals, the disobedience, the sinners, when they see the book and everything is written in it, they will say, woe to this book. Didn't leave any small matter or big matter except that it is recorded. فيعلم الإنسان حين ذاك ما قدم وأخر بينما هو في الدنيا قد نسي لكن يوم القيامة يعرض العمل فتعلم كل نفس ما قدمت وأخرت. Now at that moment the person will know everything you have done. Things that you did and things that you're supposed to do and you didn't do. Remember, in this life, the Shaykh, he says, we have a tendency to forget. But on Yawm al-Qiyamah, everything will be displayed in front of every person. والغرض من هذا تحذير العبد من أن يعمل مخالفة لله ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم لأنه سوف يعلم بذلك ويحاسب عليه. So then the reason and the purpose of this is a warning for every person to be cautious and not to do anything that is in opposition to the command of Allah or command of His Messenger ﷺ, because whatever you do in this life, you shall see it in Yawm al-Qiyamah and will be rewarded according to that, good or bad. ثم قال الله سبحانه وتعالى يا أيها الإنسان ما غرك بربك الكريم. O man, what has made you careless about your Lord, the most generous? قال الشيخ المراد بالإنسان هنا قيل هو الكافر وقيل الإنسان من حيث هو إنسان لأن الإنسان من حيث هو إنسان ظلوم جهول ظلوم كفار كما قال الله تعالى في سورة إبراهيم إن الإنسان لظلوم كفار. The Shaykh says, man here, this word man, that Allah said, oh man, what has made you careless about your Lord, the most generous? He says, it was said, some of the ulama, they said, he is the kafir, the disbeliever. But it was said also is man in general, because the men usually have a tendency to be in an oppressive, a wrongdoer, and most of the people are upon disbelief, billah. And Allah says in Ayah 34 of Surah Ibrahim, verily man is indeed an extreme wrongdoer, a disbeliever, والعياذ بالله. Now, فيقول الله عز وجل يا أيها الإنسان، يخاطب الإنسان من حيث هو إنسان بقطع النظر عن ديانته. So Allah is addressing the man regardless what religion they are upon. ما غرك بربك الكريم. يا أيها الإنسان ما غرك بربك الكريم. Oh man, what has made you careless about your Lord, the most generous? إشارة إلى الجواب، وهو أن الذي غر الإنسان كرم الله عز وجل وإمهاله وحلمه، لكنه لا يجوز أن يغتر الإنسان بذلك، فإن الله يملي للظالم حتى إذا أخذه لم يفلته. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, what made you careless? Your Lord is so nice and kind and generous to you. You know, some people they because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them a longer life and didn't punish them immediately for the sins they committed, that doesn't mean that a person is safe. A person should not be safe from the wrath of Allah. إذا ما غرك بربك الكريم. الجواب كرمه وحلمه هو الذي غر الإنسان وصار يتمادى في المعصية وفي التكذيب ويتمادى في المخالفة. It says the generosity of Allah and His kindness and forbearance, that's what made people continue on the falsehood they are upon. والعياذ بالله. الذي خلقك. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, الذي خلقك فسواك فعدلك. Who created you, fashioned you perfectly, and gave you the due proportion. الذي خلقك من العدم وأوجدك من العدم. This is Allah who created you from nothing. You were nothing. فسواك أي جعلك مستوي الخلقة. ليست يد أطول من يد ولا رجل أطول من رجل، لكن معتدل من ناحية الخلقة، معتدل. الشيخ he says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said فسواك, He fashioned you perfectly. He says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you a perfect form. When you look at your hands, look at them. You have a right and a left hand, they're the same. Not like one is very long and one very short. Look at your feet. The whole leg actually. It's not like one leg is taller than the other. It's not going to be good. How are you going to walk like that? He gave you perfect form. فعدلك. وفي قراءة سبعية فعدلك أي جعلك معتدل القامة مستوي الخلقة، لست كالبهائم التي لم تكن معدلة بل تسير على يديها ورجليها. أما الإنسان فإنه خصه الله بهذه الخصيصة. So Allah has given you His perfect form, and in this is a reminder to man that Allah created him and gave him a perfect form. Allah puts man together in whatever form He wishes. I know. But Allah has given him the best form, and he can stand and run and walk on the feet, not like the animals. They need four. They need the legs and the four and the front legs. Four. They run on four legs, but the insan only on two. Alhamdulillah. في أي صورة ما شاء ركبك. In every form, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, في أي صورة ما شاء ركبك. In whatever form He will, He put you together. يعني الله سبحانه وتعالى ركبك في أي صورة شاء. فمن الناس من هو جميل ومنهم من هو قبيح ومنهم متوسط ومنهم الأبيض ومنهم الأحمر ومنهم الأسود ومنهم من بين ذلك أي صورة يركبك الله عز وجل على حسب مشيئته. So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give people different forms as He wishes subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why you find some people are more handsome than others, some people are taller than others, some are white, some are black, some are other than that. Between these colors أين؟ ولكنه عز وجل شاء للإنسان أن تكون صورته أحسن الصور. ثم قال بعد هذا كلا بل تكذبون بالدين. Nay, but you deny the day of recompense. يعني مع هذا الخلق والإمداد والإعداد تكذبون بالدين أي بالجزاء وتقولون إن هي إلا حياتنا الدنيا نموت ونحيا ونحن بمبعوثين. He said, after all of this, Allah created you from nothing. You were nothing. And provided you and perfected your forms. And still you deny the day of resurrection. And you say that there is no resurrection. These people who are dead, how they can be alive again? You deny after all of this. And say it's only this life we live in. Once we die, nothing is going to happen after that. We're not going to be resurrected. Therefore you deny in a day of resurrection. قال فتكذبون بالدين أي الجزاء وربما نقول وتكذبون أيضا بالدين نفسه فلا تقرون بالدين الذي جاءت به الرسل والآية شاملة لهذا وهذا. The Shaykh said the deen here, yes, could be the recompense and the retribution, but also could be the entire religion that these people they have disbelieved in. قال تعالى وإن عليكم لحافظين كراما كاتبين يعلمون ما تفعلون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in verse 10, 11 and 12, but verily over you are appointed angels to watch you, honorable, writing down your deeds. They know all that you do. قال الشيخ ابن عثيمين رحمه الله فالإنسان عليه حافظ يحفظه ويكتب كل ما عمل. He says every person have guardians, appointed angels, that they write everything from these actions. قال الله تعالى كما في سورة القاف ما يلفظ من قول إلا لديه رقيب عتيد. There is not a statement he or she utters except that an angel is ready to record it. فعلى كل إنسان حفظه يكتبون كل ما قال وكل ما فعل. The Shaykh said, upon each and every person, angels appointed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala writing everything you say and everything you do. وهؤلاء الحفظة كرام بل عندهم من الكرم ما ينافي أن يظلموا أحدا فيكتبوا عليه ما لم يعمل أو يهدر ما عمل لأنهم موصوفون بالكرم. And these angels are honorable. They're so honorable that they will never oppress anyone. These angels, they will never write something that you didn't do, or they will not record some good things that you've done. Never. They're honorable. يعلمون ما تفعلون. يعلمون ما تفعلون. They know all that you do. إما بالمشاهدة إن كان فعلا وإما بالسماع إن كان قولا بل إن عمل القلب يطلعهم الله عليه فيكتبونه كما قال النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام من هم بالحسنة فلم يعملها كتبت حسنة ومن هم بالسيئة ولم يعملها كتبت حسنة كاملة. لماذا؟ لأنه تركها لله عز وجل والأول يثاب على مجرد الهم بالحسنة. So the Shaykh says here, statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when he says about the angels, they know all that you do. The Shaykh gives details. He says, whether by watching your action, the action that you do, they see it and they write it down. As for the thing that you speak out and you utter, they hear it and they write it down. He said, even the actions of the heart, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enabled them to know. and they write it down. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enabled them to know even what the person is thinking about in his heart. As it came in the hadith, now, the hadith Sahih al-Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, that the Prophet ﷺ said, anyone who intends to do a good deed but he didn't do it, Allah will write for him a good deed. And if a person intends to do a bad deed and didn't do it, leave it for Allah, Allah still reward him a good deed. Allahu Akbar. So here this hadith is clear. You're rewarded for a good deed. If you intend to do a good deed but you didn't do it, then still Allah reward you a good deed. If you intend to do bad but you leave it alone and didn't do it, Allah will reward you for that. ثم قال الله سبحانه وتعالى إن الأبرار لفي نعيم. Verily the pious and the righteous will be in delight. نعم قال الشيخ هذا بيان للنهاية والجزاء. He said this is now the result of your actions in this life and the reward that you will receive. إن الأبرار جمع بر وهم كثير فعل الخير المتباعدون عن الشر. الأبرار, this is the pious, the righteous, the good doers. Those who do a lot of khair, a lot of good, and they stay away from evil. لفي نعيم أي نعيم في القلب ونعيم في البدن ولهذا لا تجد أحدا أطيب قلبا ولا أنعم بالا من الأبرار أهل البر. The Shaykh says these people who in this life they do a lot of good, in this life they live in a life of delight. SubhanAllah. They are in delight. Say the Shaykh said they have a delight in their hearts, in their body. No one has a purer hearts than them, than the people who do a lot of khair in this life and they stay away from the evil. وهو يكون في الدنيا وفي الآخرة. Now this delight and goodness and joy and happiness in this life and in the hereafter. أما في الآخرة فالجنة وأما في الدنيا فنعيم القلب وطمأنينته ورضاه قضاء الله وقدره فإن هذا هو النعيم الحقيقي. ليس النعيم في الدنيا أن تترف بدنيا بل النعيم نعيم القلب. The Shaykh says, as for in the hereafter, their delight is the Jannah. Alhamdulillah, may Allah make us from them. Ameen. But in this life, they have a delight of their hearts. Allah give them stability, tranquility, peace of mind. They are pleased with the decree of Allah. This is the real bliss and delight and joy and happiness. Not like certain people think that they have more money and that's it. That's what's gonna guarantee happiness and joy. The real joy and delight is the joy of the heart. ثم قال الله تعالى وإن الفجار لفي جحيم. And verily the wicked will be in the blazing fire, blazing hell. وهم الكفار ضد الأبرار. The fujjar, they are the wicked. They are the opposite of the abrar, the good doers and the righteous. لفي جحيم أي في نار حامية. They will be in a blazing fire. يصلونها يعني يحترقون بها. يصلونها يوم الدين. Therein they will enter and taste its burning flame on the day of recompense. They will burn in it. وما هم عنها بغائبين. And they will not be absent therefrom. لن يغيبوا عنها فيخرجوا منها كما قال الله تبارك وتعالى في سورة المائدة وما هم بخارجين منها. One day the disbelievers who will enter the hellfire, they will stay in it forever. They will not be absent, meaning they will leave one day. They're always there, as Allah says in Ayah 37 of Surah Al-Ma'idah, they will not leave it, they will not get out of it. نسأل الله السلامة والعافية. لماذا؟ لأنهم مخلدون بها أبدا والعياذ بالله. Because the mushrikeen, the disbelievers, the hypocrites, they will dwell in this place forever والعياذ بالله. Jahannam, the hellfire, that's their abode والعياذ بالله. To live there forever in disgrace and punishment and humiliation. ثم قال الله تعالى وما أدراك ما يوم الدين ثم ما أدراك ما يوم الدين. And what will make you know what the day of recompense is? Again, what will make you know what the day of recompense is? قال هذا الاستفهام للتفخيم والتعظيم، يعني أي شيء أعلمك بيوم الدين، والمعنى أعلم هذا اليوم وأقدره قدره. The Sheikh said this question here, and what will make you know what the day of recompense is, to give an emphasis on the importance of this matter, so that you can prepare for it. You should know how important the day of judgment and the event that will take place and occur in it are all real, so that you can prepare yourself for that day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us on that day, يَوْمَ لَا تَمْلِكُ نَفْسٌ لِنَفْسٍ شَيْئًا, the day when no person shall have power to do anything for another. نعم قال يوم القيامة لا أحد يملك لأحد شيئا لا بجلب خير ولا بدفع ضرر إلا بإذن الله عز وجل. So on the day of judgment, no one will be able to benefit anyone, whether by bringing him benefit or repairing harm, except those whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala given permission to intercede, for example, for others and the like. وَالْأَمْرُ يَوْمَئِذٍ لِلَّهِ وَالْأَمْرُ يَوْمَئِذٍ لِلَّهِ, and the decision that day will be with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قال الشيخ ابن تيمية رحمه الله في الدنيا هناك أناس يأمرون من الأمراء والوزراء والرؤساء والآباء والأمهات. نعم, in this life there are people who make decisions. That's, we all know this. Kings, for example, they make a lot of decisions, whether it be good or bad. Princes, leaders, presidents, even the parents, they make decisions for their children. Parents, they make decisions, whether it be the fathers or the mothers. لكن في الآخرة الأمر لله عز وجل. But in the hereafter, nobody will have any decision to make. Nobody. The decision, all of it is for Allah. ولا تملك نفس لنفس شيئا إلا بإذن الله. No one will be able to benefit anyone except if on يوم القيامة, except if Allah allows such thing. ولهذا كان الناس في ذلك اليوم يلحقهم من الغم والكرب ما لا يطيقون، ثم يطلبون الشفاعة من آدم ثم نوح ثم إبراهيم ثم موسى ثم عيسى عليه الصلاة والسلام حتى تنتهي إلى نبينا صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وسلم فيشفع بإذن الله فيريح الله العالم من الموقف، كما في الحديث في الصحيحين في صحيح البخاري صحيح مسلم. So that's why nobody will be able to help anybody on that day. Not like in this life, subhanAllah, when somebody sees somebody from his children, they go into trouble, they help them out, they go there, they run to them. Not in Yawm al-Qiyamah. That's why the people, they will be in distress, in agony, in a lot of pain, so much so that they will ask for intercession. They just want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to come and judge between them and find their way, whether to the Jannah or the hellfire. So they go first to Adam and ask him to intercede on their behalf. But Adam sent them to Nuh, and Nuh sent them to Ibrahim, Ibrahim sent them to Musa, to Isa, until it ends up to the Prophet ﷺ, and he will go and ask permission from Allah, and Allah grant him that permission, and he will intercede on behalf of the people, so that the people, they will be taken away from the agonies of that day. وَالْأَمْرُ يَوْمَئِذٍ لِلَّهِ. And the matter is, and the decision is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ولكن الأمر لله في يوم القيامة وحتى في الدنيا لا شيء يقع إلا بأمر الله. لكن هنا الإنسان أعطي مشيئة ويختار، ولكن بمشيئة الله سبحانه وتعالى كما تقدم معنا. نعم, the decision is with Allah in this life or in the hereafter, not just on يوم القيامة. But in this life, Allah has given the people the will to do things, whether it be good or evil. Some people, they choose to do good, some people choose to do evil. But even with those choices, they will never go out of the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فأسأل الله لنا ولكم التوفيق والسداد، وأن يرزقنا وإياكم العلم النافع المثمر العمل الصالح والثبات على السنة. بهذا قد انتهينا من تفسير هذه السورة العظيمة، سورة الانفطار، السورة التي سنأخذ غدا بإذن الله، سورة المطففين. جزاكم الله خيرا، بارك الله فيكم، وصلى الله وسلم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا.